Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing, continuing with the sunny skies out there this morning and just a slight breeze out of the northwest as temperatures climb into the low 50s. We'll see quiet weather as we move through the day today and staying dry as we move through the next several days with some breezy conditions moving in as we move through the end of the week and into the weekend. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, high pressure control over the local areas, keeping things dry and quiet today. We'll see that high pressure moving off to the east as we move into the day tomorrow, and the system off to the west will track off to the northeast, and that's going to bring this tighter pressure gradient and some milder conditions into the area as we move into the weekend. That's going to get those winds uh, increasing as we move into that time frame as well. Take a look at the upper level winds from this morning. Sounding had some north-northwesterly winds near the surface, becoming more northwesterly through the remainder of the column. Seeing a slow increase in the winds up through the column with our peak wind of 57 knots at 25,000 feet. And the freezing level this morning was at 4,700 feet. Take a look at the current visible satellite. We'll see those clear skies across the area, no clouds in sight. We'll see some high clouds moving in later this evening. Looking at the European model here, zoomed out, see how things play out for the next several days. As mentioned, high pressure and control for today. Dry weather prevails as we move into tomorrow as well. Moving later in the day tomorrow, that's when we start to see this tighter pressure gradient over the region. That's going to start to bring those breezy southerly winds. And with that, we'll also see some milder temperatures moving in, particularly as we get into Saturday, as it does look like a very mild day for Saturday. Continuing to see dry and breezy conditions. We'll see this boundary that is to our north slowly start sinking southward as we move through the day on Sunday. It does look like no precipitation with that boundary as it sinks through, but likely seeing those winds shift. Becoming more onshore as we move through the day on Sunday. So still fairly mild, but slightly cooler than what we'll see on Saturday. And then moving into the start of next week, we'll see this other system coming together and tracking into the northern part of the country. It's going to bring a warm boundary through the area for Monday, and as you can see here, chance of maybe a few showers during the day on Monday along that boundary, but we'll continue to see some slightly breezy and mild conditions, and a better chance of rain will come later into the evening as the trailing cold front looks to push into the area, but still a ways out with that event, so we'll see confidence increase in that as we get closer. And then moving into the middle of next week, behind that system, does look like we'll see dry weather through the middle of the week with some possible rain chances once again moving into end the weekend. So if we take a look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, do have green conditions over the next 24 hours. Just a slight breeze expected as we move into the afternoon today out of the west-northwest, peaking 7 to 12 knots, gusting up to 18 knots. We'll see our high temperature up around 60 degrees this afternoon. And as mentioned, mainly clear skies as we move through the day today. Going into the evening, we'll see the winds become light and variable and then eventually become light out of the south. And we will start to see an increase in some high clouds as we move through early Friday morning. Our low temperature will cool down to 44 degrees, right about seasonable for this time of year. And we'll see slightly below normal tides today. Looking at the extended forecast here, Friday, partly cloudy, slightly breezy, and a chance we'll see a wind advisory later in the day, Friday, and possibly continuing into the evening. Breezy conditions for Saturday as well, so a good chance to see a wind advisory for Saturday. Otherwise, partly to mostly cloudy conditions as we move through the weekend. We'll see high of 65 for Friday, closer to 80 for Saturday, staying in the 70s as we move into Sunday. Some increasing clouds ahead of that next system. And as we go into Monday, we'll have a cooler day, but high temperature still in the upper 60s. We will keep about a 20% chance of rain through the daytime hours, and then a slightly better chance of rain as we move through the overnight time frame with that boundary pushing through. And then we're back to dry conditions as we move into the middle of the week. Seeing those showers coming to an end during the early hours of Tuesday. And then we'll see temperatures back into the 70s as we move through the middle of the week with some clearing skies and partly cloudy conditions. That's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15, 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your day.